The TaylorMade Qi35 Tour fairway wood has a 40-gram weight in the sole that can be adjusted to move forward or farther back in the club head. And today we're going to find out exactly how much impact that can have on performance. Jake Montgomery, Master Club Fitter, is with me. Jake, you've been fitting Qi35 Tour fairway woods all year long. Just how much playing around do you even do with this weight in the back here?
So on this fairway wood in particular, I actually do it quite a bit. Anyone that comes in that is really overspinning a fairway wood, this is kind of the first place that I go because you can put that weight so far forward. It's still a very forgiving fairway wood for it being a tour model or a low spin model. It's extremely hot. There's a lot of guys where, honestly, this can go further than their driver depending on kind of how we get it tuned up. So I'm very curious to see, because I have not done a test where we have it all the way back and then all the way forward. Yeah. For most players, I kind of see where their launch and spin is at, and I just kind of hand it to them already adjusted. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if the spin rate changes 500 or 600 RPMs.
How much are you like going to the extremes here, where you go have the weight all the way back or all the way forward? Is it typically somewhere in between there?
I would say that honestly, it's probably 80% I'm slamming that weight all the way forward.
Really?
Like this fairway would I really bring out again for a high spin player. Okay. If spin rate isn't a huge issue, I'm probably putting them in a different model, like more like the core model in TaylorMade or a Ping or a Callaway, whatever it might be. But for a very particular player that is usually across and down on it a lot, this has been a fantastic option.
Okay, so yeah, today we're gonna hit a few shots with this weight all the way forward in the club head, and then we're gonna also do the same thing, but with the weight all the way back, just to see how much, moving that center of gravity around can really impact the performance. So I'm really curious to see what we find out here.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so Qi35 Tour, we're actually starting with the weight back this time. So the weight is going to be as far back really as it can go. And I will say too, it's a little more compact. We actually just did a video hitting the Qi35 standard head. So it's a little bit more compact, but it's definitely not like super small. I'm thinking back to I played a G425 LST for many years, and that one was really kind of traditionally pear-shaped. This one's seems like a little bit more modern shape than that. First swing, a little bit of a miss hit there. Wow, that actually worked out.
Yeah. Like I said, this is already a fairly low spin fairway wood. Did you get that on the toe?
Yeah, I definitely hit it was probably like a tiny, tiny bit behind it, which then forced me to kind of hit on the top of the club face. So yeah, we'll see what the rest has in store here, but I imagine more spin is to come. All right, I hit that one really good. Ooh, oh, wow.
Interesting.
That was about I was going to say, that has to be a 150 based on how I hit it. That was about as efficient as I could feel like I'll hit one. That one was a little bit low face maybe. Okay. That could be a low knuckler. Oh, wow. Okay.
Still spun pretty well.
That felt like it was way off the toe, so I was expecting like a 2200 just knuckler, but that actually worked out. It's a really good result. There we go.
Yeah.
I like that shot.
Let's see here. Yeah, spins 3,400, launches about 9 degrees, 95 feet of peak height. I mean, pretty standard 3-wood numbers there. Yeah. Wouldn't mind maybe seeing a fraction more launch there, but the spin rate is pretty standard, 149 on the smash factor. I mean, you got a hold of them.
Right, and even that first shot I hit, which was kind of the low, or the kind of the knuckler that I maybe hit a little behind it, that might be kind of skewing a little bit of the spin rate numbers. See that the spin deviation is so high, right? I think if you were there's one that's down there like 25, right?
Knock that out.
Things get a lot kind of more consistent there in terms of the numbers. Where, 35, kind of mid 3000s basically is my spin with this club right now when I hit it solid. So carry 260-ish, 258, 260, total at 276. That seems to check out. I like that. And again, this is off the deck, so I'm still hitting it almost 100 feet in the air. Landing angle is almost 41 degrees. So it's given me a lot of launch and spin. I mean that's plenty for a 3-wood.
Honestly, it's spun even a little bit more than I expected it to. You're traditionally kind of a lower spin fairway wood player. So seeing 3,600 from this in the standard weight is pretty good. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if we dip below 3,000 when we put the weight forward.
So you're seeing that big of a difference with this weight?
It's extremely low spin when we put the weight forward.
Okay, well, let's move that thing forward and see what happens. Yep.
Just leaked it a little bit.
Yep, maybe a little low face on that one too.
Okay.
That was kind of the same thing. Actually, good speed though. Actually, pleasantly surprised how that turned out based on how it was like, the launch was 6 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely low faced that one. Good shot. I'm very surprised with where the spin rate is right now.
Yeah, that one, I haven't really hit one perfect yet with this.
Okay.
But I'm actually astonished at how consistent it's been with the spin.
Yeah.
In that same spot. Because that was, again, I went down to 142 on the smash there, so that was not a good contact, but there we go. Finally hit one good.
That was gotten a hold of.
Finally hit one good.
Wow. Nice shot.
That is as fast a ball speed as I've ever seen with a 3-wood.
Yeah.
For myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spin rate dropped under 3,000. We got 280 carry going 302.
And I kind of went after that one, and I was kind of mad at myself. I was like, I just hit 3 that were not great contact. Let's hit one.
But you're still at 94 feet of height and a 38-degree land angle.
Yeah.
It's not like it was just a low rocket.
Ooh. Another low face one again.
That was a low rocket.
Yeah, I'll hit one more because that was that's the one where I should have posed. Been like, that was a stinger I was trying to hit, That's kind of a fun little trajectory if it was on purpose. Okay.
All right. I'll hide this one just for the average's sake. So yeah, the ball speed definitely increased. It makes sense as you move center of gravity forward. Typically, you're going to see faster ball speeds.
Yeah.
You also swung it a little bit faster as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Again,
that was that one swing where I was like, I got to hit this solid. I haven't hit one solid yet.
It launched lower. Spin rate dropped about 300 RPMs. We saw height drop down about 9 feet as well. Your carry distance went up, and so did your total distance. Again, that just kind of comes back to that ball speed there.
Yeah, and I also too typically, right? This, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but typically, if you do go up in club speed, it also should mean more spin most of the time, right? And actually, the spin is still down, 300 something RPM. So that, to me, I think it's very clear there's lower spin here because even I hit, those first 3 shots with the weight forward, I think there was, there was a lower face one, there was a toe one, and they were all 3,400. And you were kind of you were kind of like, what's that about? That I actually hit one solid once, an absolute nuke that went, the one that's over 300 yards.
Yeah.
And that spin was under 3,000. But it was still plenty high, where it's just under 100 feet. That was kind of that is the 3-wood shot I was looking for out of this whole session.
Yeah.
Right there.
And I mean, honestly, the first couple you hit is a good representation of what I see in the Bay, where a lot of times I'm giving someone this fairway wood because they hit it in high spin portions of the face.
Sure.
They're hitting it lower, they're hitting it in the heel. And we didn't see it spike up at all.
Yeah.
We saw a couple with the standard one,
even
was at 3,800, 3,800. The highest spin rate we saw from the weight forward was 35.
Yeah.
And it was 34.
I mean,
34,
even
34.
a good indication, even take a look at these shots here. There are 3 in the pretty much the same spot, right? Take a look at the spin rates on those 3, and you can kind of see, right? Those are at 37, 3,800, and then that tour one is at 34. So there's right there is a spin difference where there was 3 shots that were hit almost the exact same way, and there's a spin difference there. And again, that was a slight mishit on my part, but I think there's a clear spin difference on these, and there's also a height difference. There's a landing angle difference. There's a launch difference on where the weight position here. So I think that's kind of the summary here, right? This is why you and the second swing fitters play with this weight so much, and that's why it's kind of valuable that TaylorMade has this model in their lineup. Is that to be able to move that center of gravity around can make a big impact. And so you especially have said it for players that if you hit your 3-wood really high, really spinny, you feel like it kind of floats up there in the air. this could be an option for you, is the Qi35 Tour, move the weight forward, and then you can see, at least in this test for me, my spin dropped by 300 RPM, my peak height went down by almost 10 feet, and so on and so forth. So this is pretty good indication of what can be done with just a couple tweaks to your club.
Yep.
Jake, thanks for joining. Thanks for giving us the lowdown here. This is some great stuff.
Thanks for having me.